What does Mitchell want?
Oh, he wants to know.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it, man.
Let's see.
Ooh, actually a pretty good idea.
Can I?
Probably something you can clip it to, or just the bottom of the thing itself. Just clip it on.
Right here, I'll clip it onto my keyboard. There we go. Look at that. Boom.
Nice. Put this one down then. Perfect.
All right. How do I want to intro this? Let's see. This is our first podcast, Curtis. Isn't that crazy?
It is, dude. We're really taking the world by storm.
We're living every white man's dream.
Yeah, we are. All we need is our own craft beer, meat smoker, and we'd really.
All right. You ready? All right. What's up? We can't go with the what's up, guys. That's crazy.
Howdy.
That's right.
Hit him with a howdy, Atlanta.
All right, guys. So lots of people have been asking us a lot of questions. We don't really know where we want to go with this thing. All right. Howdy, Atlanta. Lots of people have been coming up to the gyms and asking us questions and stuff. And so we are just going to take our time a little bit and just go over the questions that we've been getting and just fire them away and just answer what you guys have been asking us. So Curtis is going to answer them. I'm going to ask him. Here we go. Why did you guys make the Atlanta Submission Series?
So this is a story that Spencer and I have delved into time and time again, but I think it really speaks to the state of jiu-jitsu competition, especially here in Atlanta. Spencer and I initially tried to do a quintet match through the NFC, and it ended up not working out. And it was one of those things where we're like, oh, you'll just find another way to compete. And we looked, and it's really difficult to find team jiu-jitsu anywhere. On top of that, we both have been coming to the conclusion lately that your traditional, everybody can register, zero barrier to entry tournaments are getting pretty played out. The prospect of sitting around a high school gym all day, maybe you have 4 people in your bracket, single elimination, you get one match, some sandbagger beats you, done for the day. It's just, there's a lot for the common person and not like an elite level or aspiring pro level practitioner. There's really not a lot of opportunities to compete in anything special. It's all just anonymity. So Spencer and I wanted to right all of those wrongs in one fell swoop. Because we thought we had a good idea and we thought we were good guys for that. So we decided to launch the Atlanta Submission Series. And it started out as just a way for us to give people an alternative means of competition. In addition to this being less anonymous, you're going to get featured on our social media platforms. We're going to be doing this super fight style. These are going to be big events where the focus is going to be on you. We're going to be streaming it. It initially was just that, a better way to compete without having to do your typical NAGA AGF type thing. But as we started doing this and as we started participating in other promotions, events, and stuff like that, it became clear that there's a lot more opportunities out there for grapplers out of quote unquote more traditional jiu-jitsu hubs. And we're trying to really make Atlanta elevated in status to that level nationwide so we can start getting some better opportunities for everyone. And that's kind of what this morphed into as a passion project, not just for the sport, but for the city too.
I feel like the way I look at it is when I played lacrosse in college and in high school, we practiced all throughout the week, and then you had the game on the weekend, and then you got to test how you were doing. And then when I started doing jiu-jitsu, it was a lot different. It was like you train for like 6 months at a time, and then all of a sudden you have a tournament. And then if you don't do good in the tournament, you're just so discouraged from competing again. So that's what I just felt how the current state of competition was for new people. It just doesn't feel very welcoming. It feels very welcoming to people who've been in the competition series for a very long time. But that was well said, Curtis. Where are you guys hosting this event?
So Atlanta Submission Series Season 1 will be taking place in American Top Team Sandy Springs.
Are you guys doing it anywhere else in the future, do you think? Or
So as of right now, Sandy Springs is a long-term partner for us. We have absolutely no intention of moving any of the Submission Series seasons. However, Spencer and I are looking into doing more one-off events in between the summer and winter seasons. Things like super fight nights, things like bringing in out-of-town teams to compete against maybe like some series champion teams. And we really would like to do these events at kind of larger stages, just out there in the general public. So we're looking at, maybe if season 1's as big as we hope it is, maybe we'll have enough in the bank left over to go buy some nice mats with our logo so we could go set up and do like super fight at the Battery, night at a brewery in Roswell, just whatever. So we don't have any aspirations currently of using any other BJJ or mixed martial arts facilities, but we're looking to do some more out in the public kind of events as well.
I just want to make sure that the thing's working and it's not overheating. 0.5. Boom, boom. We just took a little stop to make sure the thing was working. Let me make sure again really quick. Boom. Okay, we're boom. All right. How do tiers work?
Yes, we've got a tier for essentially every level of proficiency when it comes to grappling. We've got our beginner tier, which is white belts only. Specifically belts who are, a year under in their journey. The division tier 1, that is for more your blue belt level or your ambitious like senior belt level competitors. Um, then you got your tier 2, which is our advanced practitioner division. That's more so like your belts, your hobbyist purple, brown, and black belts. Guys would be competing in like the division at and like Ernesto, Kevin Sherrill, Sergio. One of these days we can get you out here to do it. So it'd be pretty intimidating, especially when there's cash on the line. So we want to make sure that people the ability to compete in tough divisions and challenging divisions, but nothing insurmountable for their level.
Yeah. How do the weight classes work for the Atlanta Submission Series?
Yeah, so we got a system in place where we're going off of team average. So the average weight of all 4 or all 3 competitors on your team is 175 pounds or under, then you're going to be in the under division. If it's over, then you're going to be in the over division where there is no limit. We've been doing a pretty good job monitoring who's been registering and who's been, about registering, stuff like that. There's going to be a good amount of parity here for these divisions. Like Spencer and I kind of 175 and under, it would be like your featherweight and lightweight guys partnering with middleweights and light heavyweights. Like for my team, I'm going to be doing it at 155. One of the other guys is going to be doing it at 155. Our 2 other buddies are 195. That averages out to 175. Those are, pretty good size disparity, but that's all within the same team, so it works. Then we get in your over 175. Those are all guys that are in like the 220 to 250 range, which is kind of how we figured that would go. So now it looks like pretty much everyone we have, it's actually relatively level footing.
Yeah, I would agree. When is the cutoff to sign up? That's gonna be the 18th of July. Sign up sooner rather than later, though, please.
Yeah,
when you figure out the schedule.
The sooner everyone can register, the sooner we can get all the logistics taken care of. A lot of things we're having to wait until we see what our final count is and what our turnout's going to look like. If we get all that decided a week ahead of time, then we'd really be in good shape to get things going without a hitch for our first weekend.
How does the women's tier work for the rules?
Yes, tier. That's a broad question, so I'll kind of about that. The way we're structuring it right now is we've got 2 quote unquote more beginner spots and 1 more advanced spot. The advanced spot, we've got like 1 belt, and then the 2 beginner spots we're doing either, belts, whatever combination, just on purple. Right now we're looking at doing the same kind of system, average weights, an under and over 155.
Yeah.
And female divisions, we're going to be allowing everything that's allowable in EBI rules. So you guys can do all the leg locks, just the crazy like slams, scissor takedowns, small manipulation, anything like that.
And then if people want to sponsor, where can they go to find the sponsoring ship stuff?
Yeah, so a couple of ways to give us about that. On our website, www.atlantasubmissionseries.com, we actually have a section where you can fill out a request. It'll email us. We can get a message, your contact info, and we'll follow back up with you at our next availability. The other way would be to reach out to me or Spencer directly, or you can DM us at our Atlanta Submission Series Instagram page. Any of those work. Also, email. That's our actual LLC name, not the Atlanta Submission Series. So we're Atlanta Quintet League at gmail.com, which, and we'll give it to you.
Sweet. All right, you want to go over these questions?
Yeah, man.
So now we're going to go over how the day of kind of going to be working. So we got...
Yeah, so of the first things, how long are the matches going to be?
So the matches are 5 minutes across the board all the way through. It's just going to be the easiest for us to keep track of time and everything. If the champions want to go at a longer rate, we'll allow that, but we'll be in touch with everyone. Like we said, we want to keep this a community-based thing, so we're going to talk with everybody about everything we're doing. So
Yeah, and to be clear, that's 5 minutes a piece for the individual matches. The entire team doesn't have to finish in under 5 minutes. It's like guys go, they have 5 minutes to get us up.
Yeah.
Next two guys go, same, so on and so forth. How does the team score points?
So a team scores points by all four. Let's say we're doing a tier 2 match. All 4 members of both teams are going to compete. If one person's tapped, then the next person is going to go. So you guys are going to go 1 and 1, and then it's King of the Hill style. So the person at tap gets out, and then your next teammate goes, and then that person from the other team still stays in. So you're going to keep going until you have 0 teammates left, and however many teammates of the opposing team is remaining is how many points you're going to get. So if you have 3 teammates standing or 2 teammates standing at the end, then that's how many points you're going to receive for that match.
To need to have established lineups.
No, you guys, that's part of like our match kind of thing with this. You are going to be able to decide who goes out when the match starts. So as soon as the match starts, you guys are just going to go out there, and then you're just going to send your next person. It's not going to be an established lineup, so then it can add a little X factor vibe to it.
Yeah, I like that strategy. What if an athlete cannot show up to the event?
So if you guys are allowed an alternate for free, we understand that people work and it's hard for people to get out there all 3 weekends. So we're allowing an alternate. We're also looking at if there's no way you can get an alternate and 3 of you are still going to be there, we're probably just going to let the one person on your team go as a second body. So then you'll be like a person. But as of right now, that's what we'll do. But we haven't ran into too many issues with it, but if we do, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, like super flexible with you guys. We'll let people go multiple times. And I mean, like some instance, especially during the regular season where like a team can't make it, everybody gets to go at the postseason. You know, you accumulate 0 points during the regular season, you're just going to be seated low. So worst scenario, if your entire team can't be there during the regular season, you guys just take walkover losses, and that's going to hurt your seeding in the finals.
Which isn't really cool for the team you're going against, but we'll try and figure things out what we can do the day of. But what else we got?
Will we need to be there all day?
So we're gonna block schedule this thing. So right now, what we're looking at is Saturday will be tier 2, champions, and women's, and then Sunday will be tier 1 and beginner league, and you will block it to where women tier will go here. Tier 1 will, or tier 2 will go then, and then the champions are going to go, but it'll all be in the block scheduling, so you can just show up for your event and leave, or you can stay and watch for the entire thing. It's whatever you guys want to do. And then the next day will be the exact same thing. We're going to finalize the block scheduling here in a little bit. We just need teams to start actually signing up, so then we can start delegating where people are going to go.
Yeah, perfectly. Great. And to how many matches can we expect to get?
So we are pushing it right now. We think we're going to have 2 each weekend is what each team is going to get. It could increase to 3. We're going to see. We don't know. So we're just got to see how many teams sign up and how it's going to actually work out with the scheduling. Like Curtis and I said, we haven't really done something like this before, and we're really just trying to do something cool for the community. So we really appreciate you guys bearing with us while we're going through all these crazy scheduling and all the team making and all that stuff. But once we get this all figured out, it should be smooth sailing from there.
Right on.
What else we got?
Let's see. How does the scheduling work? Who is going to win? Kind of that.
Yeah.
Will there be any food or drinks provided?
Yeah, so we're looking into getting food vendors there, and we're looking into getting a tap truck there. So we're gonna have food and drinks there for everybody.
Yeah, guys, it's gonna be hot as shit out there. There's definitely gonna be refreshments for everybody. Also making sure like we're gonna have multiple box fans. So we're gonna have people keeling over on us. It'll be a good time. Like it'll be pretty toasty because it is the summer in Atlanta, and that's probably a lot of people. But it'd be as bad as events have been in the past.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna try and make this as fun as possible while making it as hospitable as possible.
Yeah, hospitable. I like that. All right, the fun section, prizes.
Sweet. How much money are you guys giving away?
So still fundraising now. We've pool number
Yeah.
based on our
I
projections
think
currently.
it was 3,000 for champion,
3,000 for champion,
1,500.
1,500 for women,
Yeah,
15 for advanced,
yeah,
for intermediate, and 500 for the beginners. And
yeah,
that's not cumulative. That's like there are multiple beginner teams. They each get 500. Like we know there are going to be multiple intermediate and advanced teams. Those division winners each get their respective
yeah.
amounts.
So the above 175 and the below 175 both will receive the money. The women's tier and the champions tier will only get the 1,500 and the 3,000. But we know that there's 2 tiers in each one. We're just saying how much each tier is going to win
Yeah.
for the
And to be clear, it is only division winners. We are not giving cash out to anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like that.
And
People.
its pricing is 160 per person. A lot of people are asking why it was so high, and it's because we're doing something a little differently where we're giving you guys all a rash guard to represent, and we are renting the space, and we're paying for the insurance and all of that stuff. So we have a little bit of expenses ourselves that we have to cover for this event. In the future, though, our goal is to make this a free event for athletes, and then we're just going to leverage that with our sponsors. So then the better athletes we can showcase off, the better viewership we're going to have on our social media, the more we're going to be able to get from our sponsorships, and we'll be able to reciprocate that to you guys. So the more you guys help us grow, the more we're going to be able to leverage that with our sponsors and be able to give that back to you guys. So we're really just depending on the jiu-jitsu community, which we think is a great community. So we're just banking on you guys.
Yeah. Well, all of this right now is us kind of Sprinter and I are just regular dudes. Like neither one of us, are super income earners or anything like that. We're not independently wealthy. We don't have like family or anything. This is all just us trying to do something without, too much in the crosshair for financial risk. So we're crowdfunding as we do it. So they hesitant to take chances and kind of cool stuff here.
Yeah, that's why we're able to we could do way more with other people's money, and then we're not investing our money, so we don't feel as obligated to do little. We're able to just throw it all at you guys. We don't care if we make money off of this. We're truly just trying to put on cool events.
Yeah, make us big on social media, and this will take care of itself. Like the more we can offer sponsors in terms of a platform for marketing for them and getting them more exposure, the more they're going to pay us to be part of what we're doing. And that's kind of the thing here is we're trying to really be able to leverage sponsor money to create some cool opportunities and do some new stuff for everyone.
There's a lot of really cool athletes here around Atlanta. This is going to be a hub of jiu-jitsu here shortly. We know that. We're just trying to fill the void earlier rather than later, because we just think that if we do it now, someone else is going to do it later, but we think we have a really good opportunity to really jump on it now and really get a head start on it.
And we're not going to be someone else is going to do it later, but they're going to over monetize it and make it lame and annoying. We're going to do this the way too, where we're doing it just how we would want someone to do it for us and the community. So that's kind of the cool thing too.
Yeah, this is our main job, so we don't really care to make money off of this. We're truly just trying to make something cool. So
yeah, we don't really care if we fail.
Yeah, that's the other part. We don't care if we fail. So if this doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world for us.
But listen, just because we're looking for sponsors who, especially our local businesses and stuff like that, doesn't mean we don't want some of you jiu-jitsu nerds out there with deep pockets, like you crypto bros who discovered Bitcoin back in 2006 and just train now and live off those dividends. If you're independently wealthy and you want to be our Zuck, hit us up, do all sorts of cool stuff. And we don't want to have to wait. So,
I could not have said it any better myself, Curtis. We know that there's people out there that want to help other people as well. That's what we're doing. We're trying to make that platform. Let's just all elevate each other together. We're making a cult, let's be honest. Yeah. I'm kidding. We're not. I'm editing it out.
No, I fancy myself a David.
And I think that's it, guys. Hopefully, the phone didn't overheat and this actually worked, and we don't have to redo this later. But we'll just keep posting videos on our YouTube here. This is where we're going to launch our videos for the submission series as well when we live stream it. We'll stream it also wherever, on YouTube and wherever else we can live stream it on for free. But our goal is just to make a big outreach and try and get out to as many people as possible and to elevate you guys. So let's make the community happen.
We're also unofficially launching a podcast here too. So
yeah, I guess
we're talking about jiu-jitsu and stuff for a while. It will be a relatively on topic for a while, but I'm sure this is eventually going to devolve into just conspiracy theories and general autism. And yeah, that could be a great name for this actually. General autism, and it's just me in like my uniform or something.
All right, guys, take it easy. Let us know what you think.